Sa panahon ngayong fake news ay laganap, kailangan natin ang gabay, di dapat magtiwala. Itong si Enzo Recto, dalay katotohanan, upang tayo'y ilayo sa mga kasinungalingan. Enzo Recto, Enzo Recto, dala mo ay katotohanan. Enzo Recto, Enzo Recto, kami ay iyong gabayan.
Hindi na po ako chairperson ng NAMFREL. Nag-resign po ako noong June 2. Early this month, no? Dahilan sa gusto ko pong makapagsalita ng mas kasi pagka konektado ka sa NAMFREL, siyempre, we seek accreditation of Comelec every election. Hindi ako pwede magsalita ng makakasakit sa Comelec dahil sa baka hindi kami i-accredit. So, anyway, 38 years po akong volunteer ng NAMFREL. Mula po noong 1984, before many of you were born. Ako po ang nag-umpisa ng Operation Quick Count ng NAMFREL. Naginaya ng 40 countries all over the world. So, marami pong contribution ng NAMFREL. Ang presentation ko po ay composed of two parts. The first part is to tackle the question, can we trust Comelec's automated election system? Inuunahan nyo naman ako. At yung second part naman po ay, kung hindi yon, ano naman ang ating irerekomenda sa Comelec? Yan. So, okay, can we trust the Comelec's automated election system? Next slide, please. No. Inuunahan niyo ako eh. We cannot. No. Ngayon, siyempre kailangan ipaliwanag ko naman po kung bakit sinasabi kong we cannot trust that. No. Umpisan ko sa umpisa. Ito po yung chart na ito. I have used this for maybe, I think, 10 to 15 years na pinipresent ko ito. Ito po ang timeline ng manual elections. Mapapansin ninyo, yung precinct counting na manual takes only about 5 to 12 hours. In some exceptional cases, pwedeng abutin ng isang araw or 24 hours. Yung pong canvassing have taken, in one instance, 42 days. So yung canvassing po ang matagal. At doon din po nagkakalutuan. Diyan nangyayari yung dagdag bawas doon sa 40 days na yon. So, kung titingnan po natin yung, isa pa, yung 40 days na canvassing, ang cost po niyan noon, inaabot ng mga 300 million. Yung po 5 to 12 hours na yon, dahil gumamit ng vote counting machine, yung PCOS nung araw pa, that's 10 billion. Billion po, B. So, to save that, we spent 10 billion. Ngayon, kung titingnan po natin, napakahaba pala, ang mahaba pala ay yung canvassing. Hindi ho kayo kailangang maging IT expert. Tingnan lamang natin, yung chart na yan, alin po ang dapat nating i-address, i-focus, para mapaigsi ang election process. Napaka-obvious naman po, no? 5 to 12 hours yung precinct counting. Itong ito ang mahaba, yung canvassing. So kung mag-automate tayo, yun ang i-address natin, yung canvassing, hindi yung precinct counting. No? Ngunit, ang ginawa ho ng Comelec, ang in-address nila, yung precinct counting. Bumili ho tayo, una muna nag-rent, after a few elections, binili na. At yun na nga, billion piso ang ginastos natin doon. To save 5 to 12 hours. Samantalang ito dapat ang paigsiin yung canvassing. Okay. So, yan po ang nangyari. At yun po ang sinasabi ko na dapat na sana pinaigsi natin. Okay. Next slide, please. Because of the long manual election process, Comelec decided to automate the system for the 2010 elections. Doon po nag-umpisa ang automation. Except that they did not choose a transparent system. Not one that we can trust. Next slide, please. How does Comelec's automated election system run Philippine elections? Voters fill up their ballots secretly, alam po natin yan, no? Pagkatapos, they feed their filled-up ballots into the vote counting machine. Okay. At 7 p.m. of election day, the Electoral Board, yung dati ang tawag BEI, Board of Election Inspectors, instructs the vote counting machine to tabulate the votes and print the election returns. Yun po yung results. Ngayon, binilang yung teka, sandali. Binilang yung ating boto. Meron bang nakakita? Nakita nyo ba kung paano binilang yung boto ninyo? Hindi. Hindi ninyo nakita. Pinasok ninyo yung boto ninyo, yung balota ninyo. Pagkatapos, nung alas 7, lumabas yung resulta. Walang naka-witness kung paano binilang yung mga boto. Okay, next slide please. Why can't we trust the present? Bumalik yata. Forward, please. Okay. It is not transparent to the voters, yun ang sinasabi ko. Nobody witnesses the counting. Only the Comelec and the service provider, which is Smartmatic, a foreign company, a Venezuelan company, na binan sila ng Venezuela. It's only they who understand the process. Insiders can easily manipulate the results if they wanted to. Now, can we trust those insiders in the Comelec? Even if both groups are trustworthy, a sound election system should nonetheless be transparent to the voting public. It's a guiding principle that one, the voters should be able to witness the counting, not only witness the counting, but understand the process. Wala po yun. Next slide, please. Meron pong automation law. And it's very clear. No? It says that the Commission on Elections should use an automated election system to encourage transparency, credibility, fairness, and accuracy of elections. Sinasabi rin po sa Section 1 that the automated election system that will ensure that the process shall be transparent and credible and that the results shall be fast, accurate, and reflective of the genuine will of the people. Alam na alam ko po ito. Dahil nung pong craft and law, participant po ako doon sa nag-craft ng law na yan. Next slide, please. Quoting from the book Code Red, unobservable vote counting is inherently insane. Next slide, please. Since it is not a transparent system, we need to convince Comelec to employ instead a hybrid system, a system that is transparent and that we can truly trust. But what is the hybrid system? Naririnig po natin palagi yung hybrid system. Ano ba yan? No? Next slide, please. Briefly, this system entails manual precinct counting for transparency's sake and automated canvassing for speed. Ganun po kasimple yung hybrid system. wag natin tanggalin yung manual precinct counting. Anyway, 5 to 12 hours lang yan. No? Pero, nawi-witness ng mga botante kung paano binilang yung boto nila. Tanggalin mo yan, nawawala ang transparency. The implementers can do anything with it kasi wala namang nakakita. Pinasok mo yung balota mo, hindi mo nakita kung paano binilang. No? Next slide, please. After the manual precinct counting, the election returns are transmitted from the precinct's laptops to the three-level canvassing. Three levels so ang ating canvassing. City, municipality, pagkatapos yung resulta doon, yung consolidated totals, pinapadala sa provincial, tapos kina-consolidate doon, yung result, pinapadala sa national canvassing. No? At the same time, those election returns should also be immediately uploaded to a public website para nakikita po natin at pwede tayong gumawa ng sarili nating tabulation at consolidation kung iaakyat kagad nila. Actually, ginagawa naman po nila except that they're uploaded into that public website weeks later. Wala nang interest sa eleksyon noon, na-proclaim na at lahat. Ang gusto ko pong i-recommenda ay i-upload ka agad, immediately uploaded to a public website. Next slide, please. The manual precinct counting will eliminate many steps in the election process. Una, yung pong vote counting machine source code review, hindi na kailangan. Kasi hindi ka gagamit ng vote counting machine eh. No? So, walang kailangang reviewin. Hindi kailangan magkaroon ng final testing and sealing. Kasi 1 week before, no, as a matter of fact, 3 months before, nire-review na yung, at saka tinetest na yung source code, no? Until 1 week before elections. Hindi na po kailangan mag-generate ng vote counting machine hash code in every precinct. Kasi po, nag-generate ng hash code sa VCM, pagkatapos doon po sa bawat presinto, nag-generate sila ng hash code at i-compare doon sa established hash code. Kasi isa lang yun eh. At nilalagay pa central bank. O dapat ang hash code ng VCM nyo, ito. It's a string of characters. Maybe 30 to 40 characters. No? So dapat yun ang hash code. Yun po ang parang thumbprint ng VCM. No? Okay. Pagkatapos, meron pong random manual audit na hindi na rin kailangan kung manual ang precinct counting. Hindi na kailangan dahil hindi lang random yung audit na yun. Lahat binilang mo eh. So, hindi na rin kailangan. Next slide, please. These are the advantages of the proposed automated election system. All steps of the election process are transparent to the voting public. Precinct tallying is done under the watchful eyes of the voters. Accuracy of the counting is very high. After all, manual counts are the basis of accuracy. So, siguradong 100% yan. Cost at approximately 4 billion or less for laptops is at most half that of VCMs presently employed by the Comelec. Very minimal electoral board training and no voter training necessary. Vulnerability to cheating is very low. Only retail cheating, if at all. Software will use open source, which can be reviewed by anybody interested. Since only laptops and servers will be used, they can be purchased in any big city. Therefore, less logistics concerns, and there's business opportunities that are spread around. Hindi lang sa isang supplier dito, pwede sabihin, ito ang kailangang specs ng laptop, pwede niyong bilhin kung saan mang city kayo. No warehousing and equipment maintenance necessary. Ngayon, ini-store yung mga VCM sa Santa Rosa. It won't be necessary as all the machines can be sold to private schools and/or donated to public schools after each election. And a new set can be purchased every 3 years. Mas mura pa rin lalabas. No? And of course, no ballot box snatching as the results are transmitted electronically. Next slide, please. Next. Okay, there's one disadvantage of the proposed AES, and that precinct tallying will be 5 to 12 hours longer than using a vote counting machine. But that's out of a throughput time of 1 week or so. So ano ba naman yung 5 to 12 hours, even 1 day? Next slide, please. If we shift to this transparent system, we would be one of the growing number of countries that have abandoned secret counting. For example, Germany, Ireland, the Netherlands. And there are several states in the US that are also counting them manually. Next slide, please. Why many countries abandoned e-voting and secret counting? It's not transparent because precinct counting is automated. Nobody witnesses the counting. It's very vulnerable to tampering by an insider. Worse, when it happens, nobody will know. Maring yung mga nakarang eleksyon po natin, kinalikot, minanipulate, pero hindi natin alam. Hindi natin nakikita, so hindi natin alam. No? The software could have bugs and or malware. Voters are left with no choice but to trust the service provider, that's Smartmatic, and the implementers, that's Comelec. Next slide, please. It is not such a difficult decision for the Comelec to make. It does not require any change in the law. No? It will only lengthen the election period by perhaps 5 to 12 hours out of a week or so. So, walang malaking problema. For transparency's and accuracy's sake, Comelec should make the right decision now. Next slide, please. Thank you.